Greetings. You may call me Zana. I have traveled a great distance to reach this house of rest and meeting. My home is far up in the mountains, where the snow-clad peaks meet the clouds of the azure sky. My skin and hair match the granite color of the stone I hail from, and my green eyes reflect the hue of the ore that sheltered my unborn form. I wear the armor of my tribe, and my head is covered by a skull. The tribe that raised me is small and caring, in their own way, and though Kalomira, the woman who took me in, is no longer among the living, I will always cherish her memory. She took me from the darkness of the mines into the radiance of the wilds. These precious creatures are gifts to the world, and it is my fondest wish to prove to them that Kalomira did not make a mistake in bringing me into their midst. I am happy that my protector has not been around to witness the strife for the past few years. As for how I found myself here, I was tracking a beast near a small village when an old man stopped me on the road and handed me this note. As I watched this well-preserved mail, a small bell rang in my mind, pulling at the strings of my dreams. As I read the note, I knew I had to follow its fate call.
My name is Lyra Kalanis, and I grew up on the east side of the old woods, near one of the cliff's edges on the Cerulean Gulf. I would love to soar the skies and dive its waters. I'd be able to spend days and days there, just enjoying the view and the solitude, forgetting time completely. This is often when my Aunt Celia would come and find me. I don't really know why I like spending my time here, but I keep getting drawn back here, even if I have to pass through the woods and attract unwanted attention. But it's worth it. On the way back through the forest, Aunt Celia would often lecture me about staying away for so long, but I don't really listen anymore. Not really. Because I have to stay vigilant. Because most of the time, when Aunt Celia is with me, they leave me in peace. But you see, whenever I leave my village or my spot at the cliffs, small creatures will appear around me, and they would start making fun of me. Pixie would pull my hair, call me names. Goatlings would gnaw at my dress. Some creatures even tried to make me trip, and the times they succeeded, I could hear laughter all around, as if these creatures were only here to enjoy my misery. My aunt says to ignore them, but this doesn't really help. But my village is a quiet one. Most of the other sirens don't really talk to me, and I'm not really one for conversation, so I'm fine with being left alone. I do, however, enjoy the company of my aunt, especially the time we spend with our cards and trying to discern their meaning, because these cards mean everything to me. They're the only thing I have left of my mother. That's why I consult them every morning. My aunt taught me how to read them, and they have been a great comfort for me during my years. I've always trusted them, and they have never let me down. One day, the cards told me a new path would open up for me, a path that would change my life. And that day, a knock sounded on the door, and the invitation from the oracle was delivered. I knew then I had to go.
My name is Kaelin. Still sure of this much. As for anything else, that's a little more complicated. I woke up a couple of weeks ago, washed ashore on an unfamiliar beach. My memory was muddled. I guess it still is. I remember being a soldier of sorts, a scout, in a large war against the natives of Thylia. I remembered a large battle and falling into the sea. I assumed I'd simply gotten lucky and washed up after that. So I got up and started walking, looking for people who could tell me more about where I was and what had happened in the war. Imagine my surprise when, as I sauntered into a small town, I saw Thylian natives and non-natives working, talking, and playing together like it was normal. As I asked around, I made a shocking discovery. That war I remembered fighting in had happened over 5 centuries ago. Everything I had known and held dear, my order, my friends, my family, all were long gone. I was left without a people or a purpose. I wandered around for a while, doing odd jobs to scrape by, trying to collect information about the centuries I had missed. In short, I was utterly lost. But I tried to keep hope that I could one day make sense of it all. Then, one day, as I was traveling from town to town, a strange old man handed me a letter, with my name on it, even though I'd been careful with mentioning it. The letter bid me to come to an inn, the Sour Vintage. I got the feeling this strange invitation could help me get the answers I'd been looking for. So, without hesitation, finally having a purpose again, I started my journey.
At ease. My name is Witten Terrafellow, a battle sorcerer by profession. I am the youngest of 3 sons to noble wine cultivator Nerina Terrafellow. You've probably seen some bottles of Terrafellow wine around Thylia. I'm told my father was a soldier, but we've never met. If I was to guess, he was of elven persuasion due to the shape of mine and my brother's ears. I lived a perfect life, training, learning and drinking my way around Mitros, not an ounce of the arcane running through my veins. This was until one night where, in a fight with my oldest brother, I accidentally blasted him with a stray bolt of blue flame. He was fine, however for this I was banished from my family's estate for 6 months while I learned to control my gift. I wandered around Thylia for many weeks, starving and scrimping to stay alive until I arrived at the doorstep of the stepped centaurs. They saw me starving and decided to feed me, and helped me start the process of honing my magical gift. In conjunction with my formal spear training, they helped me become a somewhat competent warrior. They told me that my magic can be traced back to Pythor, god of battle, and a fraction of his blood runs through my veins. I stayed with these good people for 2 years, fully aware I could return home. But I didn't need to, for I had found a new home with the centaurs. But when the oracle called, I was not foolish enough to ignore.
Hark, little one, let me tell you a tale long past. No. One more time. Hark, little one, let me tell you a tale long past. No, this is useless. Can't. Not right now. Greetings from the far reaches of the heartlands. I am Procyon, chief of the Oran nymphs residing near Willowreach village as their guardians. I've spent the last 53 years of my 153 years of existence being a bard and leader to grace all with fame, luck, and prosperity within my territory. There is trickery afoot, however. I am looking for my brethren, but no one seems to remember their existence, nor their feats in protecting our home. The people of the village seem to believe these feats were all done by me alone. I cannot accept this. I was only away for a day, a single day. The traces of their existence haunt me. What happened? Who did this? Why? With the stars fading to dawn, the disappearance was quiet and sudden. I must find them. I must. My precious Orion is also out there, so I have responded to this letter. A traveler on a road handed this to me. For some reason, he knew exactly who I was. This may be the only lead I have.
A good afternoon, you all, and welcome to the second session of Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Last time we met our characters in a bar, in a tavern called the Sour Vintage, and they had a little talk with a bard who was telling them that she was instructed by the Oracle to get this group together and go and find a boar, a corrupted boar by the Titans, and see if you could defeat it. So you all got to know each other, and all is. Please introduce yourselves for a short moment. Who's gonna start?
Sure. Hi, my Twitch name, I guess, is Njinda, and I'm playing Kalen today.
Next.
Hello, I'm Khan. You can find me pretty much anywhere as Quantum Clock, and I play Procyon.
Next.
Hi. Oh, go on.
Yeah, okay. My Twitch name is Janice, and I'm playing Lyra.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Cinder. I can't be found. Don't try. And I'm playing Witten.
And I'm Ardana. You can find me under Ardana here on Twitch. And I play Rizana, or Zana, as the party knows her as.
Okay. So you are all at the Sour Vintage still, and the bard Kyra has asked two of the hunters to accompany you to the to find this boar, because those two have seen it last, and they know about what location it lives. So you are you prepared for this? Let's just ask that first.
No.
No, we are
I mean-
level 1 with a starting equipment. No.
Yes.
I'm
If
a
you
level
want,
1 bard.
if there is something you want to buy, this bartender, this tavern owner, does have a lot of stuff. So you could put money together to buy something if you want.
I already got a 5 gold bottle of wine. I'm good.
Yeah, yes.
I
You
am
did a big
set.
spending already.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't spend any money, but I still don't have enough money for anything. So
I mean, Lyra will walk over and just ask, do you have anything that can help us that we can pay for in, I don't know, terms or otherwise services? Because I don't think any of us have like a capital except the bottle that was just bought by.
Then what do you want to buy then? What do you think you're gonna need?
Well, we're going to fight a boar, so something for defensive, or something to get us back on our feet, or something that could hit it a little bit harder.
do something to trap it.
Trap it.
I do have some traps, but I would like to get paid for it.
How much are traps?
What kind of trap do you want? I have some stakes. I have some trapping wires. I have.
I have an idea. The other two who are coming with us, those were hunters, right?
Yes.
I just wave at them to come over.
They come over. Yes.
Could you advise us in which traps could be useful against this boar? Because I have no hunting skills whatsoever.
Probably the stakes or something. It's a big boar.
And is it easy to set up? Can we do this, or do we need your help?
It's not that hard. If you want us to help, we can, but then we have to come with you.
Kaedan just looks at the designated hunter in our party.
Zana just lifts an eyebrow and looks at the hunters, looks at the party, and while boar is not exactly my quarry of choice, stakes do sound like a good idea if we do have something to position them against so that they don't move. Like, for example, someone of a hefty build, or a tree, or a rock. Can just put them in there, and then we can make the boar attempt to make the boar run towards them.
The issue is we don't know where it is exactly.
This is true, but that's why you are along, to guide us to roughly the area.
Yeah, that's
where
the
you
idea.
saw it.
That's the idea. That's what we'll be doing.
Procyon pops up near one of the hunters and he goes, "How much was that steak again?"
You what?
How much was that steak again?
The price for it?
Yes.
I don't know. You have to ask the tavern owner.
Right. Procyon says as he pats one of them on the shoulder before he goes to the tavern owner.
So yes, what he said. Lyra's still talking to her.
That's gonna be how much do you need? It's about 5 copper pieces for a steak, but I don't think you will have enough for one.
Procyon looks around at the party and then down at his pouch before he pulls out 5 copper. He's got money. Remember, he's a chieftain.
I can participate a little, and she grabs out 1 silver.
Wait.
That's two steaks, yes.
Let's just make this easier. Kaedan's gonna walk up and gets out 1 gold. Can I get 5 silver back and give us 10 of those?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Lyra just stands over to her 1 silver coin and like, you want my silver piece then?
Yeah,
to Kaelin?
sure.
Procyon does not want to be outdone, so he places down a gold coin.
That What?
I,
You want
Hmm.
20 of them?
Just
How-
give us all your steaks, please.
We don't need that many.
How are we gonna
What are you
carry
doing?
that many? I mean, I
I
can
gotta-
carry
feel-
maybe 1 or 2.
I feel a bit obligated in this situation to pay for these steaks. If we just need 1 or 2, I can pay for them. Since I do believe he pauses as he looks over the party, I may be the most well endowed.
I don't know how many you need. If you tell me how many you want, and I can get them for you probably.
You
I
don't
was
think 10?
thinking-
You don't think 10 is going to be enough?
I don't know. I'm not a hunter.
I'm asking Procyon.
Well,
Lyra just looks at Sana now like, I don't know.
I do not exactly know. I know that my sister Stella, she liked to hunt occasionally, but it was just for rabbits and foxes. I am unaware of that type of thing.
Sana, how many would you suggest?
Normally, if we were hunting boar, we would use 1 or 2, but we would set up a snare trap where you would chase the boar down and like an alley of barricades, and then they would trip a wire and shoot it with a stake. We don't have that option here. So I would actually have no idea. Like I said, boar is not my quarry of choice.
So, if we want to try the same tactic to make the boar run into the specific location that we made the trap,
Yes.
is it easier to have like a few stakes around so we have multiple goals we can drive it at, or is it too much work to set up? I'm not sure what is handy in this situation.
I think having more is better since we don't exactly know. I'm not going to say what we're doing. Really, that will lower confidence. But yes, we don't exactly know what we're doing.
Maybe 10 if we just split them up in 5 by 5 is enough. Then we have 2 places.
Yes.
I don't know.
I can
yes.
sell you those.
Then
I would say
Also-
10 would be plenty, considering we have to carry them.
yes, indeed. But
Yes.
Kaylin already paid for 10. So if money is an issue, we could also just like throw in together and that everybody does a little bit so that it's.
I did
Oh.
also buy 11 of them.
But then
I
we
did
have 21
five
right
copper
now.
for 1 of them and a gold coin for
20
another 10.
more of them.
Dearest barkeeper, is it okay if we give a few back? Because I think we're miscommunicating here.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. So we just need 10,
Here you go.
correct?
Sion looks over at Kaylin and he goes, you can take your money back. I will pay for the steaks.
It's just gonna insight to see if I know what the fuck's going on.
Go ahead.
On who?
Procyon. It's like,
Oh,
no, I don't really understand, but I get my money back. That's fine.
So you
I'll
get
give
your
the
money.
silver back. I'll give the silver back as well.
right.
And
So
then Lyra
Procyon-
just. So Procyon, you're sure you wanna buy, like pay for everything? We're all using it.
Yes, I will pay for it. I feel obligated. I also have the most governing experience out of everybody here. So I do believe I could be considered the de facto leader here.
I think that's a bit too early to say. Did you just
Little
shush
one.
me?
It will be okay. I have done this many times.
So you're trying to buy the leadership function.
No, I can show that with my skills. I have many other very shining qualities about myself. But right now I do believe I have the most money. So
Since when is that
that is why I
important
was
for a
sitting
lead?
out.
Never mind. Never mind.
No, I'm saying that buying this won't be an issue for me as it would be the rest of you, because I do not believe from looking at you that you have that much money. Except maybe him. Procyon looks over it with him.
It's
Witten has been standing outside for 5 minutes. Just like, all right, I'm ready.
I
Uh,
don't care that much who pays for this. I just want to get this job done
Yes,
and get my
I do
answers.
too. Then
Alright.
why are you not letting me pay for
I am
it?
letting. I've taken my money back and I've given the stakes to you.
Are you already starting to get angry at each other right now?
No, I
Kyra
think
asks
this is
you.
just clarification on what's going on. I think that's all.
This bar tender wouldn't happen to sell bags of caltrops, would she? Or they?
Sorry.
Bags of caltrops.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
caltrops.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that'd be lovely. How much would that set me back? Let me have a look.
Yeah,
So the
while
10
you're
stakes were how much? It was a silver?
It's 10 sticks is 5 silver.
Okay, alright, yeah. Now I can do that.
while you're discussing that, you hear in a theater whisper, Zana leans over to Lyra and goes, "It's quite adorable, really, how the young one think he's leading."
I think he
Procyon
really I think he just really wants to, and we'll just vote on that later, I guess.
Procyon looks over at Zana, who very clearly stage whispered, and he goes, I really enjoy this group, particularly I do enjoy taking care of the elderly and their senile decisions.
Yeah, Zana for a moment pauses and then she just breaks out laughing.
Okay.
Just like, don't get this, but as long as you're laughing, it's good.
I think we need to be going now.
Yes,
Right,
please.
yes.
Yeah.
My caltrops.
Kalen
You-
is just out of his depth. They are just.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
have
don't
everything?
Understand this.
Did you have everything now?
Please, I'm just a young man who wants to buy some caltrops.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
How much for that?
How many caltrops do you need? 20?
Just a bag, yeah.
A bag? That's 7 silvers.
Absolute skinflint. You won't see penny one from me, and I walked out.
What?
Well,
What does
yes.
that even mean?
You ain't paying for that.
He's not. Yeah.
Not paying for it?
Procyon looks over at the barkeep and goes, I am terribly sorry for everything you had just seen. And then he leaves.
This might be a bit of a weird question, real quick. You don't happen to have any poison, do you?
Me?
No. Sorry, I'm gonna walk in.
I do have some, but it's
To help with hunting, so I can dip my arrows into it.
it's a bit more expensive
How expensive?
for a bottle of poison. I want to ask 5 gold pieces.
That's a lot. How many caltrops were in the bag if you paid 7 silver?
20.
And she looks at Zana. Is that a lot, or I don't know? Do you have a sense?
20 caltrops can cause a lot of damage.
And then
To
Lyra
us
just puts
and
down
Or-
7 silver and then just walks out and throws the bag at Witten.
This poison, I can apply it to my arrows, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
To how many arrows?
10.
Can I see the poison? Can I see it?
She grabs a bottle from the back, and she comes over. It's a small bottle. It's not that big,
Yeah.
but it has enough to.
I'm just gonna check it to see like how potent it is.
How do you want to check it?
Unbottle it and very carefully from a distant kind of smell.
You want to smell it?
You know, from a distance, like
From
you
a
would
bit.
in a chemistry class. It's just like
Okay, yeah.
Smells like the right stuff.
Make a Constitution save.
I'm far away. I know my potion. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Con save.
Con save.
I'm not very good at those.
That doesn't matter. You immediately feel that it's if this would hit someone with an arrow, it would probably poison them for some time. Chances of doing any real damage are slim.
No, in that case, no.
Okay.
Thank you, but no.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So you all go outside, and the hunters immediately leave to one side, going on a path to you don't know where. But they do keep walking, and after about half an hour, you do see the results of what the boar has been doing. Great trenches in the sides of the road, trees which have been completely destroyed, a stone which has also been attacked by the boar, clearly. And after about 15 minutes, you also see people lying in fields which have been attacked by the boar.
Can we determine how recently?
You can roll in medicine to check if you can see anything about it.
She'll kneel at one of the bodies and then start to check.
Zana walks over to one of the other hunters and says, what general size would you say that this boar is? It's clearly not a regular boar.
No, this one isn't regular, no. This
Are
one
we
is...
talking warhorse? Are we talking mountain?
You could compare it to a large horse, yes. Probably.
I would believe that Procyon would lean down towards the dead people in the field, and he would, be showing them respect and then closing their eyes. And he would go, "Is there anyone coming to this area to bury these people?
We will
If not,
let them know that there are people here. A lot of people try to stay away from this area because this is where the boar was seen.
right."
Hearing that, Zana will immediately start looking for tracks. Preferably fresh tracks to see where it went recently.
Those people who are lying in the field are dead about a day.
Okay.
So the newest tracks you would be able to find are 1 day old.
Okay.
Lyra says this hasn't been more than a day.
Do these people have any sort of weaponry on them, or are they regular folk?
No, they were probably just going to work on the field.
Farmers.
They certainly do not have any weapons on them.
Zana, once you have a sense that we are close, I could fly up and search the area if you want, but I need to know when to do that, so you could just tell me if it's needed, okay?
The freshest tracks I could find are about a day old. We are still too far away from any sort of solid conclusion as to where this boar went at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a good starting point. How wide is this field? And is there like a tree line or small walls?
It's quite big.
Okay.
As in, compared to relatively big. It's 600 feet along the road, and about the same distance along into the land, into the field.
Okay. So she's Zana straightens up and tilting the skull on her head down slightly to block out the sun. She's gonna try and scan the outer edges of the field to see if there's any, like, we walked past broken trees and things like that, but if she can find a similar thing along the edge, just an indication of a broken skyline.
Roll me perception.
Sure thing. Where hello? There you are. Ah.
You do not see any broken trees along the side of the fields.
Okay.
I think Procyon is going to look at the tracks and try to discern in what general direction they went from away from the field.
Roll me a survival.
Right.
Kaelin is kind of just standing by. They don't know what to do.
You have no clue which way they went.
Procyon looks at the he looks at the tracks and then looks around and he goes, "Why? I cannot. Oh my! I have no idea where this is."
I can give it a shot.
Lyra walks over to Kaelin, and just before he kneels to check the tracks, she puts a hand on his shoulder and says, I think you'll know where to look, and you're guided.
17. Yeah, you do have a idea that it's when it left here, it walked along the road on the harder parts of the road. Back along the way you were going. So you have to continue.
Going in the right direction.
You're going in the right direction for getting closer to where to go.
So Kaelin got up and they said to the group, I'm not that used to trekking boars, but I think these tracks lead that way. I point.
Dana immediately looks that way and... Well done.
Thank you. Yeah.
Procyon nods before starting to walk down in that direction.
Kaelin does give Procyon a little, oh yeah, you were the leader and you know these things so well, don't you?
As we walk along, you see Zana switch the quarterstaff she's holding for her longbow. She's just holding it at not drawn or anything, but just at her side.
Procyon is going to walk over closer to Kalen and lean over, since I assume Kalen is shorter than him. And
I'm not sure. I think Kalen is pretty short, yeah.
yeah, no, let me check again.
Let's see.
Procyon is 5'6".
Oh, that'll be interesting. Oh, I don't have it note down here.
Oh, and
Yes,
Zana is taller as well.
Procyon's going to lean over to Galen and goes, I understand you're trying to point something out right now, but
Am
I
I?
do have I do have my own qualities, just like you have your own qualities. I mean, you can track boar, you're pretty, you seem to have a lot of history knowledge, and I seem to have a lot of governing knowledge.
I wasn't doubting any of this.
It
Thanks for the
seemed-
info.
It seemed quite like it. Boar isn't exactly my specialty. I am a bard, after all. I do want to help this party as much as I can,
Of
which is
course.
why I have bought supplies for this, and I'm
Under
trying to bring...
under no distress. Completely your own choice.
I don't understand what you're implying.
I'm actually I don't want to retcon, but I don't have a height listed for Kalen, and when in doubt, I go for my own height, which is 5'7". So it's slightly taller.
Well, doesn't matter. He's wearing boots that make him taller than he actually is.
You are the same height at this
Yes.
moment.
Yeah,
Kalen
same
hunches.
height.
Kalen does hunches a bit.
Right.
Well, your efforts are of course very much appreciated. I didn't want to offend you in any way. I was just you looked like you were having a hard time tracking, so I thought I'd help out.
Right. Again, I am a bard.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm not a
So-
hunter either, but
Is this
Yeah.
conversation loud enough for everyone to hear, or
Well,
is it?
Lyra was standing next to Kaylin, so
Yeah.
Lyra's just, I think you're both great and amazing people, and you can all do cool stuff. And let's talk about more things that are about who does what when we've killed this boar, and if we need to team up more, and we just
of course.
make this the best group ever.
The hunters look at you. Do you want us to come with you?
I do think
that-
it may be best, but at the same time, I do worry for your safety. We do not know how strong this boar is.
Neither do we. Have an idea on how strong it is, but he has killed a lot of our friends, and we want to help you with defeating it.
Maybe you can help with setting the traps, because the more people we have for that, the better. And then when we set up, you go back.
That sounds like a good idea. Yes.
Yes, if you have ranged weapons, I do believe that will be best, other than setting the traps. If we're getting into physical combat, I think we'd be able to do that.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Let's follow the tracks. Zana, you know where they're going?
Well, you are the one who found them, which I thought was excellent work, since I myself as a hunter could not find it.
Oh.
She gives you a genuine smile.
Helen kind of
Procyon
awkwardly
rolls his
smiles
eyes.
back. I just got lucky, I think. So
No need to make light of your achievements, Procyon says before he turns over to Zana and he goes, "Don't try seducing my people, please."
I'm not. I'm praising a skill when I see it. And luck in itself can be a skill.
Right. Procyon says as he rolls his eyes again. Let's follow this boar.
Lyra just leans to Kalen like, are you his people now? What happened?
I don't know. I'm not that familiar with nymphs, I'll be completely honest.
Alright.
And I kind of look at Witten like, other half-elf, help.
I truly think Witten is in his own head right now, just being like, "Oh boy, this is a lot for a little old me." But his face would never show it. 'Cause
He's just standing in the
He's
field,
stoically looking
hands
to
in
the
his
side.
sides, just looking very heroic.
Looking in the distance.
Yes.
He's a giant poser. He doesn't know it.
Yeah, well, I guess Kalen will lead the way then.
I would like to make an insight check on the nymphs and see what Witten can understand about what they mean when they say "this is my person."
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'll have you know my insight is just a flat d20 for 16.
With 16, that's yeah, you have the idea that my person, the nymphs tend to be curious about everything, and they often have the idea that they use servants for everything. So friends are often seen as servants by nymphs.
Witten walks on the other side of the hunt.
I see it little like Zana. Like crazy cat people collect cats. Zana is more of a crazy people
Collector.
person.
I mean,
That's-
Procyon likes to be around people. He doesn't treat them like objects, but he is highly possessive of
Yeah.
the people around him that he views he is leading, because he has that is a big part of his self-esteem. He needs to feel important.
So he sees them as friends who are, by definition, the persons who help him.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Kalen just wants to get this job done.
Yes.
So you do
Zana-
follow.
A part between
yeah.
Procyon and Zana.
So you do follow the tracks for about an hour. Seeing as soon as you found them, they were hard to miss the rest of the way, because you noticed what you need to look for. And after an hour, you get close to a cave in which you hear a lot of grunts.
If you say.
And I shall show it to you. Like that.
Ooh. So, question for the DM.
Yes.
Would this cave count as mountainous terrain?
I could say so, eh?
Yes!
And what does that mean?
Favorite terrain.
Favorite terrain.
Which means?
Zana's,
Ranger.
since Zana is a ranger and her favorite terrain is mountains,
Yeah.
I have double proficiency for making intelligence and wisdom checks related to it. If we travel for more than an hour in this terrain, difficult terrain does not slow down the group's travels. And we cannot get lost except by magical means.
Now you are not lost.
Yeah.
Terrain, as you can see, isn't that difficult.
And we can move stealthily at a normal pace.
That's a good thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Because
And while
there's
tracking creatures, I learned the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed.
That is very useful.
Oh yeah.
so you're standing at the southern part of the map. I think it's probably into that cave over there.
I would think so as well. Surveying the terrain, anyone standing next to Zana can see her eyes start flickering back and forth across the features of the terrain. And is that... Let's see, what can she do here? And she turns to the hunters and say, if we can chase the boar out of here, if you can set up the trap along the, you see that small, the narrower bit to the left of the pond, or to the right of the pond.
Yeah.
If you set up a trap there, and then stand on the other side, try to block it with the remainder of the stakes, so that you can hunt it or chase it down that way.
Yeah.
In the event that we manage to chase it out, I would suggest that we block the entrance, but we would like to be able to get out as well.
I think that would be a good idea, yeah.
So
Procyon nods before he hands over some of the stakes to the hunters.
Stakes here?
Stakes. Can I? I can't do anything like that. But no.
You can go to the measuring tool, and then you get it.
It's the
The ruler.
Fourth.
the ruler, yeah.
Okay. That one.
So block this off.
This bit.
Has to walk this way.
Trap. Yeah. Trap here and block this bit off.
This.
Okay, yeah.
Because there's rubble and earth stuff everywhere. So
Yeah.
if they can block off this bit and make a trap to the right of that pool, in the off chance that we manage to chase the boar out of the cave.
Yes.
That's a good plan.
Like here?
We do also have the caltrops, I believe. He
Yes.
turns over to Witten. We should probably place those over the long stretching area to the side. That is just my suggestion.
Make note of where you place those caltrops, because you do not want to step on them.
Yes, that is why I want them on the far area to the side.
Those hunters start working over there.
I could sneak in and have a look.
Yeah, Zana would follow you. Her stealth is okay.
Where did we want to put the caltrops? Because I'll just draw.
We wanted to put them on the long side, like
Yeah, to the
to the left part of the map, the long area to cut it
Right.
off towards the lake.
Here.
Yes.
Alright, I guess the caltrops are going there.
I don't know how many you'll put there, but
They
just...
only occupy a 5-foot area.
It's
So-
not that big.
Yeah, I just
Is
I'd
it
like them to
how
have.
many caltrops do you have to put in a 5-foot area?
20, so a bag.
And do you have to put in 20 in a 5-foot area?
Otherwise, you
Yeah.
can very easily sidestep them.
Yeah.
Not if you're a giant boar. You're gonna
the
sidestep
giant
them
boar has
anyway.
more trouble with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like it might just be a waste to throw them down. I guess we could pick them back up if they don't get used.
Yes.
Yes.
So
So
yeah.
it's like this spot is the caltrops?
But we're not
Yeah.
doing caltrops, right?
Yeah, we
I
can
know
pick them
the-
back up.
Yeah.
Set. So
There
I
will
don't know
always
if that
be
meant
rubble
that
in
he
that
picked
area.
them.
If
I don't know if that meant he picked them back up or if that he said we always could pick them back up.
Second one.
So
Yeah, second one.
it's still
yeah.
there.
I mean, that's why Procyon had earlier looked over at Witten and said, "We could use the caltrops." So it wasn't just like Procyon took it from him or anything.
So I'll just. These are all caltrops. I don't know how caltrop looks, but they're round thingies now.
Okay.
Is this the right space? Because I can always move them.
Witten?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We want to
Uh,
make it annoying for the boar to pass that way, so it chooses the other way.
I guess Caden will start to sneak up a bit then,
Mm-hmm. So they're
which I
working,
assume.
and the
Sorry.
hunters are working on the trap.
Yeah. How do I make you? No, there we go. Yeah, Zana will follow you a bit further back, so not alert everyone to that you're there, but also to take a look. She's going to. How do I scroll? There you go.
We're both going to stealth.
Yes.
I guess that, yes.
That's a good stealth.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good stealth, yes.
Mine is not.
Yours not, no.
No. It was a good choice to stay a bit back so I don't draw attention to Kaelin.
To be fair, I do have expertise.
Seeing that she tries to walk up on that ledge and then accidentally kicks a rock that just it makes the sound echo across the whole area. She's like, I will follow you at a distance, I believe.
I think that's probably best, yeah.
I do
probably
apologize.
She can probably hear a quiet snicker from Procyon on the other side of the barrier.
Kaelin does have dark vision, right?
Let me check.
I think he does.
I think you're one of the only ones that don't.
Oh,
I
he doesn't?
don't.
He
No.
doesn't. He doesn't have dark vision. Then you do not see a lot in the cave, no.
I'm
Oh,
relying on my ears.
Oh, you can hear it.
Yeah. Zana follows like 40 feet behind.
Mm-hmm.
And she has 120 feet dark vision.
That's not.
You can see it.
Okay. So it's less than 120 feet in.
Yes.
That's
Can
fair. Yeah.
can Lyra quickly fly up and crouch on the top of this
Yes.
rock? Then she'll just try to look out for them as well. She doesn't have dark vision either, so she can't really.
You do hear it.
Would I be able to move to this ledge here and look down?
Yes.
Not into the cave, just on the.
You can look into the cave, but I think you're the other one who doesn't have dark vision.
60 feet.
You do have dark vision. Okay.
Yes.
In that case, you do not see it. 60
So
feet, you do not see
far
it.
in.
It's about 100 feet in.
Okay. Yeah, so Zana would just barely see it at the edge of the...
Yeah.
It's very dark. Kaden will whisper. Very dark. I don't... I can hear
she
it.
would see grayscale. That's true. Zana will whisper back, it is about 100 feet into the cave. Very big.
Shall we lure it out then?
I think...
Oh, go on. I'll do it after.
I do believe that a loud sound might lure it out or something we can do to spook it.
Well,
I do not have that.
You have a longbow.
I do, yes.
I only have this one. Kaden holds up his. Or their short bow. I can't
gonna
reach
have
it.
I'm gonna have Procyon cast fairy lights. It
Okay.
can reach 120 feet, and I'm gonna have the floating lights be in front of the cave.
Well, that'll draw
Okay.
attention.
I mean,
Galen,
dancing lights. Dancing lights.
Dancing lights, yes.
Galen is immediately just gonna run up this hill for a better vantage point. They are not very good in a.
Yeah, because if
Sorry.
you gotta cast light in front of it, it will see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it'll bring it out.
Oh yes, it will bring it out, yes.
Yeah.
Seeing
Okay,
that
I've-
Sana backs up so that her back is against this pool.
Mm-hmm.
Hold action, shoot arrow, I guess, for me.
Yeah, same. You see Sana pull out the longbow, and then for anyone who is not familiar with how a longbow works, what she does next looks very weird. But she aims it at the sky as she pulls the arrow out, and then just holds it and pulls it down as the string goes back. She doesn't do it all the way because there's no way in hell she'll be able to hold it like that. But almost full draw as she does hold action for when it comes through the opening.
We can roll initiatives.
Nice.
Okay.
Now you roll well.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, I'm lost. That's not good.
Oh no.
No, I'm lost.
Oh no. We both rolled a 1. Well, better a 1 on initiative than on anything else.
Yeah. Very true.
Oh. Apparently I did not yet open the initiative tracker. I'll
So
add
we should do it
everyone.
again?
Wait up.
Could also just roll again.
Could I have done
it
that
seems
one?
It went in, it seems.
I'm very happy with my 20. Thank you very much.
Yeah, stop trying to get advantage on our good roll.
Wait,
No,
did you
I
do
meant
your-
roll again and then change it
Yeah,
into what.
I'll
I'll
add Procyon manually.
Yep.
Where are you? There you are.
Witten, I don't believe you've done initiative yet.
I got an 18.
Oh.
I'll
Sorry.
add
that
Witten
might
as
be on
well.
me. I don't know if I have. I didn't put the on 20 on because I don't like it. Let me put it back on.
That does explain it.
So
Yeah.
Procyon has 13. Witten has
18.
18.
He said, yeah.
Okay. Let me roll for those hunters.
Did we have a prep round because some people did a ready action?
Yes.
Because I would like to cast Shield of Faith on Zana if that's. I didn't do anything yet.
If you didn't do anything yet, then you can, yes.
Okay, then Shield of Faith on Zana.
Nice. What does that do? It's like added
It's coming-
AC.
2 to AC.
I
Ooh,
don't know
nice.
if it's. Oh yeah, double.
So that gives me a 15, I think. Yes, 15 AC.
Oh boy. Level 1! After this, I need to get studded leather armor because my AC is so low.
I'm very happy
I
with
also
my
need to
shield.
do the same thing. Procyon's got
Let
I'm a
me
level of 12.
do this
I can't
14.
wear armor.
for Stream, so Stream can see as well whose turn it is. Okay! So, we had a Shield of Faith on
Zana.
Zana.
Zana. Okay. Then first up is Zana.
She's holding action for when the boar comes through the opening.
Okay. So you keep holding action? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. She's not getting closer to that thing until it comes out in the hill.
Did anyone
Just
else
for-
have... did I prepare action for something?
I just wanted to add a little something for Zana specifically because she hears the singing of Lyra of her like siren voice, and that's when she gets a glow around her. So that's the shield of faith, how the magic works.
Nice. I think Kaelan is holding action as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
Procyon is concentrating on the dancing lights.
Okay.
Witten will see the. Sorry, what? Here. I've just completely gone blank. Lyra's a. Was it Siren? Is that the right?
Yes, Siren.
Yeah. Witten will see the Siren casting Shield of Faith with a song, and he'll be like, "Oh, that's very fancy," and he'll cast Shield of Faith on himself with just like the most brutish and like components of it.
Not mage armor?
Why would I need mage armor?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's wizard.
Okay.
He doesn't need mage armor.
Mage armor is one more than Shield of
If
Faith.
I die, I die.
course
It
not.
happens.
Anyway, if everyone is done with that, then it's something is crashing out of this location.
Tom.
And it's very quickly running up. And it comes to here.
Yeah.
Am I able to turn off the dancing lights now?
Yeah, it just
You-
crashed through, yes.
Yep.
You can drop concentration for them, yes.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
Zana had a arrow knocked.
Yeah. As soon as the boar comes past that third step, Zana is going to draw the string back and just release in the same motion
Mm-hmm.
to try and hit it. So that is a longbow. Oh, that is not good. That's a 14.
And a 14 does hit.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice. So that is going to be 7 damage as it just hits straight into the head of the boar.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
I think no one else had.
Kaelan had an arrow notched.
Yeah, Kaelan had an arrow notched. as
Question: my stealth was 26. Am I hidden for this boar?
well. No. Yes, because you moved out of the way of the
Yes.
cave mouth. Yes.
How do you roll advantage on D&D Beyond?
Right click
Right
on the
click it. Yeah.
attack, and then you can choose for advantage.
What if I?
If you
Oh no, I can't. But okay.
No,
Okay,
it-
just roll twice.
Yeah.
the second one, yeah.
Oh, yes.
then
Yeah.
there is a way you can do it.
That's,
So let's see. That's this, and then this because I have advantage. So sneak attack.
Ooh.
so that's a total of.
Oh, it does it automatically.
yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Sneak attack is already
it's-
in, so it's a total of 10.
Yeah.
I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that always on that sneak attack? Okay.
If you're... Yep, basically, I think. I don't know how roll 20 works.
It's something beyond 20.
I know how roll 20 works. I don't know how D&D Beyond works.
I'm making a picture for you where you can find it, how to
Thank
do
you.
advantage.
Okay. Witten.
I will just throw a fireball at it.
Yeah.
Always
It's
use.
simple.
I thought you said fireball, and I was like, no, that's gonna torch all of us.
16.
16 hits, yes.
Wonderful. 9 fire damage.
That's a lot. 9 fire damage. You see it's getting more and more yellow.
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
That's it. Javin. Javin is a bit shocked on what's coming out of this in this cave mouth. But he has his short. What was it? His longbow. Sorry, longbow up, and he tries to shoot at it. Let's see. Yep, he tries to shoot at it, and he does hit for 7 piercing damage.
Woo!
Nice.
And so it's Teneas. Teneas also has his longbow up. And he also tries to shoot this boar, and he misses. So, Procyon.
Right. Procyon is going to cast Vicious Mockery on this boar.
Mm-hmm.
It has to do a 13 Wisdom save.
What does he say?
He says, "Wow, you are much uglier than I thought you would be."
Classic.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity to say don't be such a bore, but we'll
Yeah.
go past it.
Okay.
He does not make it.
All right. I will roll to hit.
I'll roll damage.
It has done 4 damage, which is a crit.
3.
3.
It's not specifically a crit. Why it says crit, I don't know, because you can't crit with a Vicious Mockery, I think.
No.
All right. Yeah, then
So
it's a
that's
3.
3 damage.
But more important.
It has disadvantage on its next attack, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kaelin.
Yeah, I mean I'm standing here already, so I'll just pull out another arrow.
Yeah, let's do that.
The last time he was very distracted by Zana. This time
that's
not as much.
one change in it.
Mm-hmm.
It now knows you're standing there.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
So you do not have
So-
advantage, so you do not have sneak attack.
No.
But he does have advantage because of the. Oh, what did Vicious Mockery just do?
Yeah, it
No,
was
that
a
gets-
disadvantage
Yeah,
of
no,
its
no,
next
I'll
attack.
hold my action.
Ah, right.
You're holding your action?
I'm moving here,
Yeah.
and I'm holding my action until it is within 5 feet of an ally.
Okay. It can attack before you can shoot, eh?
I'm assuming it can't get up here.
No, but it can.
That quick.
No, but what I mean, if it's going to Zana, it can
Mhm.
attack before you can shoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Lyra.
Lyra will start singing again, and it starts really soft, but becomes harder and more screechy, and some sort of light that starts burning envelops around it when she casts Sacred Flame.
Secret Flame, okay.
Actually, would it be able to attack before my reaction? Because my reaction is as soon as it is within 5 feet of an ally.
I'll tell you why in a moment.
It has reach.
And no, not specifically, but... Oh yes, it does, actually.
Well, let's hope that Zana can kill it before that happens.
But it,
Well,
it,
at
won't,
least,
it won't specifically use reach, you'll find out in a moment. A dex save, I see.
Yes.
That it doesn't make.
And 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant
Good
damage.
damage roll.
Oh, this boar is having a bad day.
Yeah, it's having a real bad day, yes.
Good.
Zana.
Yeah, seeing that this thing is now starting straight towards her, Zana is going to so
Trap here.
yeah, the traps are right there. Yeah, she's going to slowly back away towards this trap. To be careful not to fall in it herself.
Mm-hmm.
And then stop just on the other side of it. I think she can move that way, so yeah, she can make it here.
Yeah.
And then she does the same thing, but in this time she holds up the bow and then just draws it in the same motion and lets go.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna try to hit it again. Oh, yes. Hello. That's a 21.
That's a hit, yes.
Now,
Are you gonna be the first group which just kills this off immediately?
Probably not, because that's a 3.
No, you do not kill it off right away. No.
Can Procyon drop his concentration for his own internal light to attract the boar?
Not specifically, no.
Alright.
You can try, but it's on your turn.
Yeah. I don't have any bonus actions, I don't think.
Then again, this is a intelligent boar, which knows who has done a lot of damage.
Yeah. I don't have any bonus actions, and I did my whole movement, so that's my turn.
It's now gonna and let's see. Okay. It's gonna run up to charge up to Zana.
Yep.
In a charge attack.
That's gonna suck.
Yeah.
It does hit the stakes, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it will run into the stakes as well. So first the tusk attack to see if it hits. 15.
Oh, that meets to beat. Yeah.
That's a hit.
Ow. Yes.
So that's
Even with the Shield of Faith, that's a...
Yeah, she has 13 without it.
Ah, too bad.
so
Oh, close.
the attack itself did 16 damage.
Oh, yeah. She's thrown across the.
But because it was doing a charge,
Yeah.
it gets 3d6 extra damage.
You're dead, I think.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Well, technically... I still don't agree with it gets to Tusker first. Instead of my sneak attack.
You can shoot if you want.
Yeah, I will.
I do believe it should take damage from the stakes, too.
It does also take damage from the stakes, yes. But first the shooting.
But
Yeah, hold
don't
up.
the stakes prevent the massive attack, basically? Because
Charge
It's kinda
attack if it
impale.
has. What's that called? If it has that thing that damages buildings, the trap won't matter really.
sad.
That is a hit.
Yep, it is 9 damage.
When you do that, it uses its relentless.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Each creature of the boar's choice that is within 40 feet of the boar and aware of it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Or become confused. So that's, I think, a lot of people.
Not me.
Not you.
I should be
Not
fine as
you.
well.
But the rest does.
I don't know how high
Oh.
up this is, so that
So
depends on
Procyon
what
has
you
to do
Uh,
a constitution
Not
save?
Kyra, but
Wish save.
A wisdom save, yes.
Against frightened.
It's less than, it's about 20 feet or something up.
Oh,
So
I'm
then
at
that's-
25 feet. So
that's 40 in
And
total.
it is 40 feet range, so you do have to make a wisdom save.
All
okay.
right.
$17. Oh, we both got 17.
Yeah.
You both make it. Let's see what the hunters get. Mm-hmm. That one is a 20. And Javan gets a 11. So you all make it. But it also runs into the stakes, which will give it 2d6 piercing damage.
Nice.
Well, it
That's
has
something.
1 HP, so
It
I
has
think
1
it had-
HP. So
Wait, does that mean that Zana survived?
no,
Aw.
sorry about
Oh,
that.
So, well, so she got flung away. I do think
yeah.
some of us should like have a reaction to that, which is why Procyon is going to go, Zana, as he sees her be flung, and he can't move right now, and so he looks over at Lyra, and he's like,
Yeah.
Lyra, we might need your help over here.
Yeah, as soon as it's her turn, she'll cast Healing Word, but I think it's done and over with before she could even
Yeah. It
open her mouth.
did nearly 3 times her HP in one hit.
So can Lyra
I
at least
mean-
try? Because she'll obviously fly over and
Yes,
no,
of course
fly-
she can. Yes, if she wants.
and then
Because, I
she'll
mean-
use.
Spare the
And-
Dying is 1 minute after death, and in there's 10 rounds of combat is 1 minute.
So
So I
if
think
she
she's fine.
does spare the dying, but isn't she instant death?
It's an
Yeah,
instant
she's
death.
instantly dead.
So spare the dying doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
No.
spare the dying only works on an unconscious person making death saves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's-
Zana had 11 total hit or max HP and took 27.
Just for the RP of it,
Yeah.
Lyra will fly down, and while flying down cast Healing Word and notice that it's not working, and then crash down on her knees and try to spare the dying, and then also noticing that, and she's singing while she's doing it, and she's crying, and it's just, guys, I don't know what to do. I don't think I can help her anymore.
At that moment,
Procyon is
Kyra is coming over. She's rummaging in her satchel, picking out a scroll, and she kneels next to Azana, lays a hand on her forehead. Kyra looks up, calls to Mitros, and casts a spell. After which Azana will slowly open her eyes again.
Oh, thank God you're okay.
I think Procyon, at this point, as Kyra had placed it on there, he was about to cast Cure Wounds with both of his hands. As she wakes up, and he goes, "Oh, thank the gods! Oh, thank Thalia! Oh." He's just so frazzled that he just saw his rival get like flung across. He's visibly extremely upset right now.
Halen is strangely calm. Like, obviously they don't like what happened, but calm and collected.
If
in the kind of calm collected boat, he's pretty shaken. He's just seen a party member die, but at the same time, he's only just met this person a couple of hours ago, a day ago.
half a day ago.
Yeah, you see Zana open her eyes, and there's like they go from dull to bright green again, and then you just hear Ah! She doubles over in pain.
You do have 1 hit point.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, Procyon is still has his hands up near your face, and he goes, "Oh, right," and then he casts Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
Glad to see you're back with the living.
Kyra,
Um,
what did you do? I couldn't reach her anymore.
You get 9 hit points back.
Also,
I did some I have some resources as well.
Clearly.
But I do not want to use these too often, if you don't mind.
I hope that it's not necessary ever again.
They do cost quite a lot.
Well then, thank you for using it.
Of course, of course.
remind me to make sure to repay you because
It's all fine, all fine.
Well, we've taken care of the beast.
Kaylin,
I'll be
roll
back.
me a perception.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Hold up. Here we go. Perception. I rolled good.
If you, when you're mentioning the beast, and you look over to it, you do see it's still blinking with its eyes. And when you look at it, all of you hear this in your mind.
Know this, mortals. Your sins cannot be atoned. An ancient power sleeps in the heart of Tylea, and when it awakens, the age of Mitros will come to an end. Just as my broken body falls to ruin and decay, so too all mortal things will come to death and darkness. No prophecy will save you.
And then it dies.
Yeah, I'm just getting out my dagger and slit his throat just to be sure.
you see Sana just visibly shaking when it says that in all of our heads.
I think Procyon is going to take Zana's hand and squeeze it.
So this is how it feels to receive. This was not nice.
What was that?
I think it was a mental message. Dying.
I did tell you that this boar was corrupted, didn't I?
Yeah, by the Titans,
By
right?
by Lytheria and Sidon.
So we might.
It was a. This wasn't the normal boar.
No, obviously.
We did speak of a prophecy. I do believe it is the one we will hear from the
From the oracle, she will tell you.
From
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
But it said that the prophecy wouldn't save us or help us. I don't.
Yeah,
I think all enemies would say things like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's best to just offer this boar to one of the gods as a tribute.
Which god do you recommend?
Does any one of us have a god?
I did not. I did not kill it. You have to decide.
I mean, I don't really specifically follow a god.
Same.
Procyon
Well,
raises
not
his
local
hand.
ones anyway.
Procyon raises his hand and he goes, I believe we should sacrifice this to Thylia.
I would agree.
The mother of us all.
Witten, you have an opinion on this?
No. Hylia it is.
All right.
How do we go about sacrificing a boar?
You don't know?
A part of it is already achieved, I think.
You burn it,
Yeah.
actually.
All right.
You
Sure,
burn it on a pyre
Oh.
dedicated to the god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Procyon's
could-
going to move forward near the boar, and he's going to take out. I do believe he has some torches and light boxes in his inventory. No, he does not. He has a candle. He looks over at the rest of the party and he goes, "Does anybody have a torch we could use?" And then I could give a song to Thylia.
We're
I
gonna
don't
need a
really have
bit more than just a torch.
Lyra raises her hand and shows the fire again. I mean, I have some sort of magical flame. I don't know if that helps.
Sorry, has any of you ever made a pyre before?
Nope.
I do see some logs opposite us. Maybe perhaps we can use some of those to build a pyre.
Yeah.
Use the stakes.
We
no.
can use the stakes too.
Then we
I-
don't have to drag them back. That's win-win.
Procyon looks at
stakes
the
are-
stakes that
are
he
not-
constantly paid money for.
The stakes are not going to be enough. We need quite a bit of wood to burn a boar of this size.
Procyon makes sure to put the stakes at least around the boar before he goes, right, let's try and get that wood that Zana saw.
Yes.
I also have a few torches you can use.
Kalen will kind of just roll up their sleeves because Kalen don't have magic, so dragging it is.
Witten will just like play with some flames in his hand, like igniting it shan't be a problem.
Right.
That's cool.
So you're dragging it over there?
I'm
we're
making a
dragging
pyre
the-
over here. I'm making a pyre over here.
All right, then Procyon is going to help Kalen move this boar since Procyon actually doesn't have a negative strength modifier.
Kalen does. Yes, Kalen is not strong.
Yeah.
Lyra will help out with dragging with her wings, and she doesn't really do that bad.
Zana walks over to where we dropped the caltrops and pick those up before moving over and scraping the tree to get some kindling.
Can I try and get his tusks out?
You can try and cut them
You
off.
want to take stuff from a sacrifice?
Yes, it might not be good to take something from a sacrifice.
No. One tusk because I think Zana deserves that.
Isn't there still a tusk in Zana's chest or something?
No,
No,
it's
there's no. It
No,
pulled
you
it back
fixed
out.
that.
It pulled it back out.
I do not
You
believe
fixed
it's. I do not believe it's best to take anything from something we already claimed to be Thylia's sacrifice.
fine. It's fine.
I mean, Procyon looks over at Zana and goes, "You do believe we should give the utmost respect to Thylia, I believe. She gave birth to both of us."
Of course I do. Thylia is the mother of all of us.
Debatable.
In my case, quite literally.
Untrue.
Procyon does look over at Kaelin and goes,
Now,
"All nymphs were born of Thylia."
Yes, but
Yeah.
never mind.
okay. Okay.
Who's
So
that now?
you built the pyre and you put up the boar.
Yep.
And you start burning the pyre and the boar.
So does anyone want to say anything for Thylia?
Procyon does. He steps up to the big burning pyre.
Just as a extra ambience, Lyra does start singing, but not like in words, but just like humming, so that it's just a tone, and she'll use that to sacred flame constantly on the pyre while Procyon does his speech.
Procyon looks over at Lyra and nods in respect before he goes. Lay among the stars, night's eternal embrace enraptures us all. It's time to rest, time to dream. Let's lay among the stars. Strength is needed for another day, so we leave this sacrifice for Thylia and the gods above.
Nice.
As
Very nice.
as Procyon singing with help from Lyra, well, Witten's just going to use Control Flame to kind of make the flames dance in time with the music.
Ah, cool.
That's really cool.
Kalen is just sitting and keeping a poker face. But they are thinking inwardly like, oh, good, everyone's magic except for me. Good, 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 fun.
As a player right now, I wish I was more awake so I could actually do the song. But right now, you're just getting the mumbles.
It's
It
fine.
was quite
fine.
well. It
Yeah.
was,
You can always record one later. We'll just,
Yeah.
if this is what you
Yeah.
really want.
Yeah.
okay, so you just burnt the boar in sacrifice to Thalia.
Yes.
And then Kyra walks over and says, "That was a very nice performance.
Procyon nods. Thank you.
Yeah. Shall we go back to the South Vintage to spend the night before moving on to the temple of the Oracle? Or do you want to sleep in the open?
I would rather sleep within a place as opposed to outside. Procyon looks at the others and he goes, "Do you want to spend a starry night outside or back to the Sour Vintage?"
For once,
don't-
I agree with the young one. I would rather spend the night inside. And you see her clutching her ribs. Because they're still sore, even though they're healed.
Yes.
How is everybody? I mean, this
I
was
lost
not
2
nothing.
arrows.
That is unfortunate indeed.
Well, they were stuck in the boar and I couldn't get them out, so
It's an extra sacrifice for Thalia.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Is everyone okay? Because someone did almost sort of die.
That's why I asked. This was not nothing what just happened, and I'm really glad that you're okay, Zana. But we almost lost you. We did lose you.
I am painfully aware of that fact. But
I'm sorry I didn't
am
shoot
fine.
earlier.
Oh, it is not your fault. I should have known better than to stand in the way of a rampaging boar.
Procyon shakes his head and he goes, "No, you were the only one of us who could do what you did, and you sacrificed yourself for us, and that is supposed to give all of the respect that we can give to you." Then he grumbles and he says, "Even if you are an old hag."
I think that was Procyon's way of saying you're welcome or something. And then
Thank
Lyra
you.
walks over and says, "Can I hug you? I just wanna really hug you."
Mind, of course, but
Very,
mind the
very,
ribs.
very, very, just like the wings and the arms just go
Yeah.
very gently over. I'm just
Yeah,
happy you're okay.
Kalen just chuckles.
Uh,
Well, we came out of this pretty okay.
Indeed, I think that a celebration is in order, and I have just the thing. And Witten will pull out the bottle of expensive wine he got.
Oh,
Normally, I abstain from alcohol, but you know what? After that, sure.
Procyon nods and he goes, "Right, yes."
I will definitely not say no to that.
Back to the Sour Vintage.
So you,
Yeah.
while drinking a bottle of wine, while sharing a bottle of wine, you will go back to the sour vintage.
Yep.
There isn't anything in the cave, right? Just a boar.
Yeah, but you can check if you want.
We have not
I'll
looked.
just do a very quick check of the inside.
Okay.
Doesn't have
Donna
to be
throws
long
you a
RP,
torch.
just
Yeah.
You,
yes, thank you.
you,
I also have torches, but
roll me in investigation.
oh, good. I'm good at that. I think. Let's check. How good am I at that? Right, I'm very good at that.
Woo!
How good are you?
In principle, but not when I roll a 2.
Aww.
It is even with a torch. It's tricky.
Okay. So you move into the cave. And it smells really bad inside. So bad that you do not pay a lot of attention on searching for stuff. But you mostly try to keep your nose closed to not just faint from the smell. But you do find at least two bodies of people who have died. And quickly scanning their possessions, you do find 5 gold pieces and a silvered spear.
Sorry, you're cutting out a lot, or am I cutting out a lot? That's.
I don't know.
He said you found
I
5
heard
gold
him.
and a silver spear.
5 gold pieces and
Oh, 5 gold pieces and a silver spear.
Yeah.
A silver spear. Okay, I'll come out with those. Okay, it smells really bad in there. But this is what I could. There's I could know other important things in.
You are
So
cutting out.
spear.
You are cutting out quite a lot now.
Ay, 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 my internet. Hold on.
My internet tends to keep up quite well. Stream does not have any dropped frames as of yet.
Nice. While on the outside, you see Zana. Like I said, she's completely fine, almost completely healed. At this point, she's only lacking 1 hit point, but she's still very sore. So she limps over to where she landed, and you can see her pick up the skull and then look at it. You see one of the horns is broken, and she looks at it sadly and places it back on her head.
Oh. Lyra is just.
Hi, am I back?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I be? Oh, yeah. Okay. It's really. I'm trying to.
It could help to turn off your camera. That
Back
sometimes
to
helps
normal.
with.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
No.
No,
you are just gone.
unfortunately. I just wanted to say that Lyra will take a few moments when Kaylin is away,
Yes.
just to take a moment for herself and just. She's apparently just dealing with something, but she's doing it alone.
I think Procyon is going to walk over to Lara upon
Okay.
seeing her like that. And he's going to crouch down and he's going to say, Is this the first time you witnessed somebody's death?
Yes, but even though it was horrible, I know it's a part of life. But also the things I just did, I I've never done anything like that before, and I'm just trying to get a sense of what just happened in total. It's a bit much.
Yeah. Witnessing the harm of a companion as well as doing harm yourself, it crosses a lot of personal barriers. I had to cross those barriers myself when me and my party were trying to protect the village from various types of animals.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, it wasn't even, I didn't even think, it just happened. I just saw it coming and I knew I had to do something, and
And you did. And you helped us defeat some creature that has been hurting many, many people.
yes.
That does not make you a bad person.
I don't think I am. I'm just confused at what I did and how I did it, and all the aftermath, and it's just a lot to take in, that's all. I'll be fine. Thank you.
He nods before walking over to the hunters. And he goes, I'm sorry we did not check in on you sooner. How are the both of you?
They take a deep breath. It was seeing someone being attacked by a boar like that. It's not something you see every day. Just even a boar like that, it's just. We're glad it's gone. It's gone.
Yes, and you were a big part of that. I don't think we would have killed that boar in time if you had not been there.
It deserved what it got.
Yep. He nods before he goes over to Kayla. Right? That's her name?
Kalen.
No, Kayla.
Uh,
Kyra.
Oh,
Kyra.
Kyra. I think.
Kyra.
So,
Yeah.
Procyon goes over to Kyra and goes, I do believe I should give you many thanks for saving one of my people.
Your people, yeah. It's I like I said, the Oracle sent me to get you together and make sure you would get through this. I'm glad I could help.
If there's anything you would like me to do, I would gladly try my best.
It's all fine.
Right.
You can roll an insight on that if you
Kalen,
want.
at this point,
You can
yeah,
roll
I'll
an
roll
insight on that if
that.
you want.
Yep, I'm a roll an insight on that.
Yeah, Zana is standing
Sorry.
not too
Nope.
far away.
Nope.
I don't notice anything.
You don't notice anything.
Yeah,
can
Zana is
Kalen
standing.
return at this point?
Yeah,
Sorry,
Kaylin can.
go ahead.
At least Sana. Can Kaylin
Yeah.
return, or do you want to go first?
Oh no, she's Procyon just sees her standing there, with her hand against the cliffside. It's halfway leaning, halfway like moving her hand across the rocks, as if, okay, this is real. This is solid.
Okay, yeah. Kaylin, you come out.
Return with 5 gold pieces and a silver spear, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And yeah, just okay. There's not a lot in there. Very bad smell. Don't go in there. Found some money. And does anyone have a use for this spear?
I won't object to it unless someone wants it more than me.
They are
I
not.
can't use them, so
So shake their head.
There you
Lyra
go.
even giggles. I don't think anybody wants anything more than you do. So you're good.
Well, I will
You will
thank
take the
Kaelin
silvered spear.
and take the silver spear. Thank you very much.
And I guess a gold piece to everyone.
Procyon pipes up and he goes, where did you get that spear? Was there any bodies in there?
I didn't check too long. It smells really bad.
There were you found those on the money and the spear were held by
On some-
by a body, by someone who died.
Yeah. Okay.
A dead person in there.
There's probably quite a few bodies in there because it's a boar and it rampaged.
Right.
So
Procyon
yeah,
nods.
there's a few people in there.
He nods before he turns to the hunters and he goes, I do believe some of your people are in there if you would want to give them a proper burial.
Yeah. That would be appreciated. Yeah. Not sure if we we'll take care of that. We
nods.
yeah, we'll start with taking care of it.
Then Procyon starts heading down the road back to the Sour Visage.
Kaelin is going to give everyone a gold piece that he found.
Yeah.
That they found.
As the hunters pass her, Zana is just gonna say, there are enough loose rocks here if you want to build a cairn instead of burying them.
We'll see what to do with it.
And then she's just gonna wait for everyone to file out, except Kyra.
Everyone take the coin, please, in your inventory.
Yes, taking
Thank
the coin.
you.
It's a gold coin, right?
Yes.
1 gold coin.
Right. Okay.
And you do walk back to the Sour Vintage, including with Kyra. Kyra is coming with you.
Lyra's flying, just so you know.
Okay. And before you go into the Sour Vintage, Kyra is running ahead of you a bit and enters first. And you may all roll a perception.
Sure.
Right.
Not good.
And
Zana, Lyra, and Kaelin all hear that Kyra is announcing you as heroes of the Heartlands before you enter. And
You
Lyra
just see
kind of
Zana
freezes.
and when you enter, a lot of people who are in there start clapping.
Yeah, wait. Because Lyra's, if she knows that, it's like, I really don't want this.
Yeah, no, same
So
with
she'll just
Kaelin.
step aside. So like, Witten and Procyon at least like this stuff. So go ahead, just.
But they didn't notice, so they just
don't
walk
know.
in and there's people
Yes.
clapping.
Exactly.
Yeah. Zana follows, but she's pinching the bridge of her nose, like, why?
Yeah. And Lyra just nods like, let's just go last.
Yeah.
Maybe it's done.
Upon hearing the clapping and not knowing why, Procyon is just going to smile and he's going to wave. 'Cause that's intrinsically his response. He likes being appreciated and giving attention.
Witten, since he didn't notice that we were announced, he's also going to start clapping and look around like, what we doing?
Yeah, Zana walks up to Witten, who she's adopted as a pet at this point. Just goes, they're clapping for you.
Oh. Well, very good then. And he'll like stand up straight and just kind of do his best royalty walk. And then...
Galen is gonna stay outside. They.
Lyra's just gonna say to Kaden, let's just face this together, get it over with. I don't like this either. But...
We can wait for like a minute. I'm pretty sure that Procion's probably gonna start a song or something, so that's
Yeah,
gonna
but
be a distraction.
And that is
I'm-
exactly what you did. As you're outside of the door, Procyon is taking out his tauntaun and he's starting to sing about the boar and how they killed it and the traps that they used and the valiance of Zana and how she sacrificed herself and came back to life. He's regaling everyone with the tale.
Galen is just rolling his eyes, pointing and looking at Lyra like, see?
Procyon.
I-
Procyon.
That's
roll me.
probably true, but I do think that if we don't go in now, Lyra's just gonna announce it separately. Of Kyra is going
No,
to.
we can go in, but just very quietly.
Yeah,
Procyon.
just like stand to the side.
Yes.
Procyon, roll me an insight.
Uh-oh.
Insight. Oh. Mm. Do. 21.
It is very clear for you that Kyra, even though she is not looking very happy she's not looking very happy, she's quite proud.
Procyon, after his song, Procyon would look at Kyra and go, "What seems to be bothering you?"
One question in between. Are Kaden and Lyra already inside?
Sneaking in during
we-
Procion's song, yes.
Yeah, just like step inside to the wall and don't
Yeah.
move.
Okay. Before she answers Procyon, she will completely announce you all, including your names, as the heroes of the Heartlands for the entire tavern. And the clapping starts again.
Just pull the hood a bit lower over
Yeah.
my face.
Lyra, her wings basically go like.
Since we've been introduced again, Witten is gonna lean to Procyon and just be like, I think you should do your song again if that's how this works.
Then
Procyon nods before he looks over at Kyra again.
Kyra, you asked why she looked sad?
Yes.
I wanted to make a story about you.
And I'm sure your story is going to be fantastic.
I have a proposition for you. Let's both make our stories and perform them in one of the great games in Mithras.
I always like a challenge as such. I will
Would
take
have
you up on
guessed.
that. Thanks.
Okay.
Procyon claps his hands a bit together and he goes, I do look forward to what you write. Win or lose, music is art.
Certainly, yes.
Zana at this point has found. Well, she's looking for a place to sit because place is obviously crowded.
You can have the same place you had the night before.
Nice, yeah. She's gonna plop down, do the same, like dance with getting the longbow off, but at this point she's like a little bit slower than before. Putting the skull back on the table, and then just leans back and puts the back of her head against the back of the chair.
The tavern owner comes over and places drinks on the table. Ales, wines, good wines.
Yeah.
Good ones. Good ones. Free of charge. Thanks for saving us from the boar.
Did Kyra feel anything about the fact that Procyon had included her in the song for saving Zana?
She's not responding to it.
Yeah, I think Lyra and Kalen are still kind of in a corner, being not fond of attention. But I think Lyra is more shy,
Definitely.
and Kalen is just, I don't want this attention.
Go away.
Kind of. Sorry, go on.
No, she just wants to say, how do we cross the? Oh, they're all the way over there.
If you want to get there,
I don't know.
come on, I'll grab her by the arm and just say, well, for heroes, better make use of it. Heroes coming through! Excuse me, coming through!
And they will all let you through easily.
I wanted to have a look around as we were, as there were people there who were applauding and in the tavern. Can I make maybe a perception to see if there's anyone there who sticks out?
And for anyone who stands out?
Yeah.
Except the 5 of us.
Yes, but is there something you're looking for specifically?
Just to see if there's anyone watching that looks out of place.
Okay,
really.
yeah. Roll me a perception then, or something.
Yeah. 19.
You do not specifically see anyone standing out of place.
Okie dokie.
Most of
Then I
them
will
are
drink
farmers and
Fine wine.
yeah, most of them are farmers and people who just be there.
Yeah.
I guess after having dragged Lyra over, this kind of exasperated, grab a mug of whatever, I don't really care, even as long as it's alcoholic. And then just go to the rest, like, how do you deal with this attention?
Lyra still basically her wings around her. I can I sit in the corner, please?
My line of work is usually not in the center of attention.
I normally live on a mountain. This is not my preferred environs. And then you see, Zana still has her head back, and then she just sits back up, looks over to the tavern owner, and tilting her head, she just, could I have a pitcher of water, please?
Of course! Everything is free of charge for you.
And then the empty tankard, if you please.
He brings it over, yes.
Yeah. And then you see her pour half of a glass of wine into the tankard and then fills it up with water.
Wynn looks visibly disgusted.
I think Procyon is going to pop up behind Witten and go, so, about that firebolt. he places a hand on Witten's shoulders and goes, oh, I did not mean to frighten you. He takes his hand off and he goes, so, about that firebolt. It was quite amazing. How long have you been able to do such a thing?
Well, a couple of months ago I picked this up. Pretty handy.
Quite handy. Not only for killing boars, but also lighting them on fire.
Well, you know, I haven't. When I got this gift, I didn't think that I'd be lighting funeral pyres for wild beasts. But you know, it seems like we're going to learn something new every day with this ragtag group of people looking at Lyra of the wings like that.
Yes.
Looking at the skull mask that Zana had.
Procyon nods and he says, I do feel some inspiration coming along.
Aww.
Like something new is on the brink for all of us.
Lyra's wings go a little down and you see the top of her face. It's like, you also have like new magic? I mean, I don't really do this often either. Or long, for that matter.
Firstly, Witten pulls the feather out of his line again. Moves it along. And says, well, relatively new. I'm not very good at it yet.
Well, it looked really good.
Kyra moves over to your table and says, best make it not too late. I would rather leave in early tomorrow morning.
So you're gonna take us to the Oracle?
Yes, that's the idea. She wants to see you, probably.
Finally getting answers.
Yeah.
Procyon nods to Kyra before he excuses himself from the table, and he makes his way outside of the tavern.
Okay, yeah.
Can I follow him?
Yeah, of course, yes.
No,
You have to
can't.
pass a lot of people, but yes, you
Yeah,
can.
Zana
I-
puts her hand up and gently places it on Kyra's arm
Yeah.
and looks up, and then as quietly as she can, while still being heard of the crowd, she will say, "If you have a moment, I would like a private word."
Yes, of course, yes.
I can do this later or now, whichever you please.
We can do it
I
now
just
if you
have-
want.
That works for me, thank you. And then, without grabbing her gear or anything, she'll walk out outside,
Kyra follows,
trusting
yes.
yeah, and then find a corner and turning around. Her face is like set in a grim, just almost determination on her face, making sure that no one overhears them. She says, "You said, what's her name again? You mentioned that Lutheria was behind this." Well, no, wait. The boar said that Lutheria was behind this.
Did he mention Lutheria?
Yes, in our minds. Would you know anything about this corruption that they spoke of?
It's the stories I've heard is that this boar has been sent to punish the people for still praising the five gods, worshipping the five gods. It's it's a Lutheria and Sidon. They start working against the people again. Recently, they have been demanding more and more.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bad thing. Yes.
That matches what I've heard as well. Thank you.
Okay.
And she'll put that almost like a customer service face on again and walk back in.
Nice.
As if nothing happened, just girl talk.
Yeah, Procyon is on the other side
Yeah.
of the outside of the tavern.
Yes.
Kaelin followed.
Yes. Are you stealthing? Or are
You know what?
just straight up
Yes. Just
following me?
no. I want. First, I want to. They want to see what he's doing.
Then roll a stealth.
I will. Not 20.
Nice.
You got a crit. You got a 27.
Yep.
Yes, I don't
Yeah.
think you're gonna spot Kaylin. No.
Yeah,
So what
no.
are you gonna do?
So, just like the night before, it is getting dark
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
Or is it clear in the night
It's
sky?
clear. It's a clear night. Yes.
Procyon is going to start stacking some boxes and barrels that are outside of the tavern before he climbs on top of them and sits on the roof of the tavern. And he's going to look at the biggest, brightest star, the northern star, and he goes, "A lot happened today, Orion. I have new compatriots. We have slain a boar that has done many harm. We have gotten supplies together. We've had our own banter, I believe. I hope everyone is getting along at least. I did almost lose one of them again today. You know that was always the hardest part for me, looking over Willow Reach, losing one of our own. But that pain of losing my compatriot Zana in front of me still, it did not hurt me as much as when you and everyone else had disappeared from me. I wonder why there is such a difference. However, we can thank Xylia that she is still here with us. And we can thank Xylia again once I'm able to find you." He is going to say that as he lays down on the roof. How are you going to respond to that?
Yeah. Kaylin is hearing all of this, kind of hiding under the roof. They're just kind of like sigh a bit, then try to make like a bit of noise as they climb up, so it's not sneaking up. Like, oh no, I didn't hear a thing. I'm only just arriving here.
Procyon sits up as he hears the noise,
Mhm.
and then upon seeing you, his more I don't know if you could see him. Could Kaylin see him from the roof?
If she climbs onto the roof, yes.
Right, so you didn't see him. But just for context, he had a face that he would not have shown anyone else that he was around, because he normally is smiles or like graceful stoicism, but this was a face of anguish and bitterness, one that you've never seen on Procyon before. And as he hears you come up, that facade cracks, and you can only see a glimpse of that expression before he goes back to a smile, and he goes, "Oh, here to look at the stars, are you?"
Yeah, sort of. Oh wow, this is high. Actually, I came here to ask you a question because you've been very considerate for everyone, asking everyone how they're doing and stuff, but no one's asked you that question. So, how are you doing?
You can
And
see
Ken is just
a
gonna sit down next to you.
there is a little twinkle in Procyon's eyes, one that he doesn't even notice himself. As an aura nymph, they glow, and it has to do with concentration for him not to do such a thing. So strong emotions also kind of affect that. So the little twinkle there, and he goes, "I appreciate you being considerate of such a thing. I am doing quite well. It was quite the shock that Zana ended up the way that she did. I mean, I don't think I hid that very well. But I'm glad she is still with us. I don't believe, as the leader of this group as well as the leader of my village, I would not be able to live with myself if one of us had left quite early."
Kaelin suppresses the urge to roll eyes at leader of the group. Yeah, well, it's... You're right, it would have been very bad if that had happened. I'm not as good with words as you are. But you know that you don't have to be okay all the time. I mean, losing someone's heart.
He looks down before he looks back up at you. And he says, loss is quite a confusing thing. I never thought it was something that I would experience, he says, before he turns his head to the side a bit and goes, as a nymph, we are born with vast amounts of knowledge, but at the same time, none at all. I'm not quite sure how to explain this. There are many things we don't normally experience in our very long lives. I wish to experience those things, but some of them are quite darker than I imagined.
Grief is something usually reserved for the shorter lived races, right?
Yes, since nymphs normally consort with nymphs or other Thylian natives who normally live quite a long time. But in my experience, I do not believe I have led the exact life a normal nymph had. He wants to skirt around this topic, so he is going to clap his hands together and he's going to go, right, how are you then?
I'm gonna insight that real quick. Oh, okay.
Nope.
I think he's okay. I'm fine. I mean, it's never nice to see someone almost die, but almost being the key word here, isn't it?
Yes, almost. You do seem to have your own deep thoughts about many things. You've
You
come up here.
overestimate me.
I don't believe so. You always seem like you have something on your mind. Always slightly uncomfortable, always slightly away from the group.
Yeah, I mean, that is correct. Not great being the center of attention. And
Attention has its benefits, but not always.
I've recently had a pretty big change in my life happening. Still getting used to that.
Insight check.
It's true.
It's completely true. It's not.
Yeah, but I'm not going to check if they're
Recently.
lying. I'm going to check like how much that affects them.
Yeah. Okay.
That big change.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll this insight.
Recently.
5. I don't understand at all.
If she says it's big impact, then you believe it's a big impact.
Yep. He nods and he goes, I will not pry too much into your life. But I do believe in time. If you want to speak about such things, I'm willing to listen. I've listened to many people's struggles.
Thanks. Same goes for you, I guess. If we stick together, I guess. After meeting the Oracle, who knows what's gonna happen?
Marcia nods. And then he goes, it is getting quite late. You should probably head in and rest if we are going to see the Oracle soon.
Yeah, I'll leave you with your stars for a few minutes, if you want. But, Procyon, just know that wanting to be the leader doesn't mean that you need to bottle up all your emotions.
I appreciate the advice.
Kaden starts climbing down, then climbs up again. That does not mean that I acknowledge you as the leader of this group. And then climbs back down again.
Procyon chuckles before his smile drops again. The bitter and dark face is where I'm going to leave it for Procyon before he, a few minutes later, goes down and then starts walking back into the tavern.
As Zan's gone outside with Kyra and Kaylin and Procyon having this really deep conversation on the roof. I'm just imagining Witten and Lyra just stand there just like awkwardly and their energies don't match at all, so Witten's just like, so what's it like having wings?
Well, it's kind of freeing. I use them a lot when I just want to clear my head or just be away from stuff I don't want to be. So that's kind of nice.
Swirling is when he's just cool. Tries to like seem like he's looking at something else.
Basically, I just asked to be polite.
He wanted to fill the silence.
Yeah.
But can I ask you a question though? I mean,
Yes, of course.
you said you spoke a little bit about being new to the abilities you have.
Yep.
Mine just come to me in a sense of when I need them, I have a sense of that I have this ability and I can use them. I was wondering if that works the same for you, or does it work differently?
Well, I'll be perfectly honest, Lyra, I have no idea. My powers came to me when I was in a wrestling match with one of my brothers. I was giving him a right walloping, and then bam, blew fire from my hands, and I had to leave for a bit. It was quite nasty. I'm sorry, I can't answer your question fully.
No, this is.
I just have them. I don't know where they come from or.
I'm just curious because we're both very new to this, and maybe we could help each other out a little because I don't even know where they come from or how I access them and maybe we could just try and experiment a couple of things just to get an idea what we're capable of. In your case, maybe I don't know if you have control now or if you already tried that.
I've honed a little bit. Yeah, I'm sure we could try and figure out our magical nature together. Yes, I apologize. I can't answer your question fully. Well, I'm gonna leave. And he does, but as he does, he opens up his water skin, uses control water to bring a little bit of the water out of it, shape it into a feather and freeze it, and leave it in front of Lyra as he walks upstairs.
She just
Nice.
gets a really big smile on her face, like, "Oh, you're good, Witten." Thank you.
This is when Procyon is going to grandiosely open the tavern door from being outside. I don't know. I wouldn't have known if Kaylin had gone back inside at that point. But Procyon is now back in the tavern. He is looking around. And he makes his way up to Lyra.
He's just
And
sitting there looking at the frozen feather.
Oh, and he looks down at it and he goes, "Oh, what's this?"
Witten made it. It's
Oh,
he just did something with his water and then ta-da, frozen feather. It's kind of cool.
I do hope it lasts a long time. It's a good trinket to have.
It won't.
She touches it and is like, I think this is just this is going to melt when it gets too warm.
Mm.
But I'll cherish it anyway.
Yeah. He sits next to her at the table and goes, "Yeah, well, might as well burn it into your memory for now. Many things are fleeting."
I mean, I don't think Witten will often make something nice just because he can. So I'm just gonna cherish this one.
Yeah. Procyon nods before he looks around and then looks back at the feather and then looks at Lyra. And he goes, he leans forward and he goes, "So, what did you talk about?"
Well, he asked me how it is to have wings, and I tried to tell him, but I don't think he was really listening. But then we talked a little bit about having magic we really don't understand because he just got it and I just got it and just talked a bit about that and uh, then he just kind of went away and made a feather of ice and yeah, it was strange, but nice, but strange.
Procyon nods his head, also partially listening. And before he goes, "How is it having wings?"
Actually, going to listen to the answer, else I'm just going to say nice.
No, he's actually asking the question. He was
Okay.
only half paying attention because he wanted to know what Witten was doing.
Uh, yeah, it's well, what I said to Witten is that it's really freeing. You can just go away and be alone, and it's just the sense of freedom you get is amazing.
He tilts his head to the side a bit and he goes, "Do you often need to be alone? I don't understand. Isn't it better to have people around you?"
Mm, I've never had much company up until now, so this is kind of new, and people normally just kind of ignore me. So I, I've just this is what I've been used to.
Procyon shows a bit of a disgruntled expression and goes, "I'm not sure why they wouldn't want to be around you. You seem quite nice."
Um, it's never bothered me. Um, I maybe it has to do with well, small little things happening that could inconvenience them, and they just you know stay away just to be sure. It it's just little silly things, and people don't like what they don't understand. I guess.
I can understand that many people do not like what they don't understand. I've been at the brunt end of that many times, as a
I can.
chief and as a nymph. But I seem to be quite lucky, at least my brother used to tell me so. So
Yeah,
maybe my luck can cancel out your um,
less
unlucky
fortunate.
disposition.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it has been easier just to be alone because I wouldn't bother anyone if I wasn't there.
Procyon is again disgruntled at this response before he goes, "You will not cause problems for any of us, and you
Hey,
are an integral part of this group that we have here. I do want to have you around, but if you prefer being alone, which I don't exactly understand, being alone is quiet, and you can see a bit of darkness in his expression before he goes, empty. Before he smiles again and he goes, "I'm here for company whenever you want."
It's good to hear that. And I do appreciate it. I'm just, I haven't known anything else up until now. And you are the first people who don't look at me as if they want me to go away. So it'll just take some time, I guess, to get used to that.
Right. Procyon would then get up and he would pat Lara on the shoulder before glancing around the tavern for Zana.
Yeah, Zana is further in by the bar. She basically snuck by, noticed the conversation, took her tankard, and just vanished into the crowd again. Didn't want to interrupt anything.
Right. I think Procyon would go up to her. Am I speaking too much? Is this
I
okay?
was mostly saying it's
Yeah.
3 minutes before we have to stop.
Yeah.
Because I have another session in half an hour. So I do really need to start breaking up the session.
Yes. I'll do it quickly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah. So Procyon goes up to Zana. She has her back towards Procyon, right? Because she's at the bar.
Yeah, she would be at the bar, somewhere in the middle of that, and you can see her long hair out because she left the skull on the table.
Yeah.
So she's
Procyon
very easy to find. She's probably the only one with long white hair.
Yes. Procyon approaches and he goes,
Yeah.
Zana.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
Yes. He's going to lean against her area of the bar and go,
Yeah.
Been quite the day, hasn't it?
It has, yes.
He's going to lean against her a bit before he stands up straight and goes back upstairs.
Aw.
Yeah, she turns from staring into the tankard and then looking after where Procyon leaves, and then her face twists into kind of a sad smile, and moving a little bit too fast, she winces slightly, and then anyone near her would see that this flash of fear just across her face, and then she skulls it back into that non-committal face again as she goes and grabs her gear and goes up to go to bed.
Okay.
Okay. I guess
Yep.
I'll do a very quick thing for Kalen. Kalen has been in a corner, kind of avoiding attention, but they do have a little book where they are making notes about all of these conversations.
If you're sitting quietly in a corner, no one next to you, you will get a lot of attention.
I am very good at avoiding attention. I can roll another stealth check if you want.
It's not about stealth. If people do see you sitting you there, then they will come up to you.
I'm more like in a dark somewhere, like people don't notice me, or I'll just be like, "Come on, I'm a rogue, my dude. That's what
Sorry,
we do."
yes, no, it's a normal tavern with lights on.
Yeah, no, if they come and speak to me, I'll just smile and not say anything back while I keep my attention, or very short answers while I keep my attention
Then
on the party.
they will leave you alone quite soon after, but there will be people coming up to you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Kalen can handle that. They're just not overly fond of it.
Okay, yeah. So when you all go to sleep, and the following morning you will wake up with more powers. You will go to level 2.
Yay!
And
Huzzah.
we will continue from this point in 2 weeks.
Yay.
Nice.
I hope you all liked the session. I did at least.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, I would start killing you all off. I did start.
Yeah.
But like I also mentioned, Kyra will not use this power a lot.
No.
Be nice to her.
So make sure you do not die, because there might be a negative effect to it.
Yeah.
You mean besides death?
Besides death.
Really inconvenient of you to die.
No, that's
Yeah, Sana
the
has learned her
audacity.
lesson of being at the front.
I
But I also have some ideas for what I'm going to do for leveling up. So
do gonna say a goodbye to stream. I hope you liked the session. And we will continue. I will update the story document tomorrow afternoon probably, in which you can keep track of what the group did. We will continue in 2 weeks with the travel to the Oracle, to the Temple of the Oracle. And we'll see how far we will be getting then, because I was not expecting to only do this today.
A lot of sorry.
Doesn't matter. I like it. We'll see how that goes. I will be sending us off into a raid to the Kilobits, who is currently playing a game of Vampire the Masquerade, the new video game, which came out this year.
Video game series.
And
It's a TTRPG with the Kilobits.
He's not TTRPGing right now. He's playing a video game. He probably will continue for 1.5 hours, I think. And for now, we are gonna quit because I have a next session in 27 minutes.
Real quick question: how do we do HP? Rolling or average?
If you roll, do it in roll 20. You can only do one roll unless you roll a 1. But you can choose to do average.
I'll just roll.
Yeah,
that's okay.
More fun.
We'll I'll check that during the next 2 weeks, and that will be fine. For now, I do say goodbye to stream. See you in 2 weeks, and hopefully at least, and see you next time then. Goodbye.
see ya. Bye.
Bye. Bye.